Hello, my name is Andre Severage, and I'm going to be presenting my culture project on Israel. First and foremost, let's get things started with appointment alert. Now, for reference, I'm going to be using scheduling a doctor's appointment in Israel. Now, scheduling one in Israel is not too different from how you would in the US, the UK, and Canada, and so on. You would just go ahead and give your doctor's office a phone call, provide your name, information such as health insurance, and the reason why you're scheduling an appointment, and then and only then can you proceed with scheduling your appointment. Now, on the day of, everything is already super prompt and up to standard. You would just go ahead, wait in line, check in, be assigned a number, and wait until you get called up. Now, what adds to the efficiency of this is, patients coming in and keeping everything super efficient by maintaining their position in line, coming in, asking who's last in line so that I can be behind them, just adding more to the fluidity of the doctor's office. Moving on, we're going to be proceeding with Israeli dress culture. Now that because there are so many unique various traditions within Israel, we're just going to be looking at one. Here to the left, they are known as Jerusalemite Hasidim, and unlike most Hasidim, who wear black coats all around. These guys wear predominantly white, lighter clothing with hats. And as for women within Israel, they are more required or gestured to wear clothes that cover their body and don't. Forward, we're going to proceed with Israeli conversation. Now, when introducing yourself to an Israeli person, it's very much common to do handshakes, introduce yourself and refer to the other as Mr. or Mrs. Israeli people are very friendly and very humorous. They like to make jokes and be very more loud and direct. The loudness is just from the way they communicate. It's not something to be taken offense to or personally. And as for nonverbal gestures and communication, when communicating well, they stay within no shorter than within arm's reach. They like to make gestures, be very hands-on and physical, like lightly tapping on your shoulder or punching your arm, lightly, of course. They are very hospitable as well, and they like to make small talk about things such as the weather, talking about how family is going, and so on. Moving on, we're going to proceed with gift giving. Now, since the population of Israel is made up of 76% Jewish people, they like to give and receive money as a traditional gift, unlike generally other countries which would give more materialistic items. Now, fun fact: when gifting money to other people, it's a tradition to gift it in multiples of 18. So, for example, if you were to give a certain amount of money, you'd give it in 18. So, like 18 $20 bills, or in their currency. It is known as a reference for life or living, and spreads good luck. And in regards to providing food to gatherings or such as as gifts, you would want to adhere to their kosher culture. And as you can see on the bottom left, you see a cow, and in the green section is the parts that they do eat, and in the back section they actually do not eat. And other animals such as you can see, cows, sheep, goats, deer that have split hooves, they don't eat pork, rabbits, predatory birds, seafood, and they do not mix dairy with meat. Moving on, we're going to look into negotiating and making deals in Israel. Now, Israeli people are more firm and direct and would like to get more straight to the point. They don't have the time to read in between the lines of what you're saying. They are obviously, like I said, more firm, more direct in initiating what they want. Negotiating with Israeli people are a bit of a long process, just as any other negotiation is, but in the long term, it'll be worth it as results show that you can get just about between 40% off of what the initial offer they were offering were. Now, moving on, we're going to look at the prosperous entertainment in Israel. Now, there are a lot of places and a lot of attractions to visit in Israel, more particularly the Tel Aviv, which is one of the most popular places to visit when you are in Israel. What you're looking at here is the Bat Dor, a ballet group that performs in the Tel Aviv. Now, through their dances, it really captivates the emotion and beauty that goes into this art. If you're someone who has an eye for art, I highly recommend you check this place out. The next attraction we're going to look at is the Havima Theater, which is also in the Tel Aviv. Now, through their productions, they look into the current Israeli society, and in the themes of their production, they look into peace and war, even featuring the Holocaust as well. If you're someone who actually wants to get an understanding, a better understanding of their culture and tradition and their history, I also highly recommend that you visit this place as well. Next up, we're going to look at the public behavior of Israeli people. When you're walking out in Israel, it's generally common to see a lot of people smoking cigarettes. This is one of the common things that they do. Israeli people, as I said before, they are very friendly and very sporadic people. They even go out of their way. They would even go out of their way to help you out if you were lost or need help with directions or any other things such as that. Um, they are also very sociable people who like to talk about the country and are very informative as well. And that concludes my cultural project on Israel. My name is Andre Severich. That's me right there. Thank you so much, Professor Arpata, for an amazing semester. I hope to see you sometime in the future again as a future professor for another business class that I will be taking. Thank you to the class for such a great semester, and good luck next semester, and have a great winter break. Have a great winter break.